I was looking going, wow, that's an awesome move, and then I thought, actually, no, that's just me. Because I was sitting there, I think I feel like going well. I think we had like warm food and like goodness and kind of she was pretty well. And she's talking, I think she was like central playing.
Yeah. They do take away chips.
I was like, let that go.
Hello and welcome to this game between Central and North Canberra Eagles, which has had pushback by Central. Should have got the ball and starting to move on. I'll try and go through the team list, and I'm going to apologise at the outset for this game. I'm going to call a lot more names from Central players because I am a parent of one of the players on the pitch. And if I give you bonus points, I'll give bonus points for guessing who. So Central have knocked that one forward, and it's gone out for 16. Yeah, a bit of good movement out for the ball there from Central. So Central line up today. With Kayleen Reid in goals. We've got Brooke Suter, Tegan Payne, Claire Williams, Catherine Rule, Rebel O'Connor, Michaela Kemp, Ava Wilton, Ella Slater, Liesl Tomei, Danielle Rodder, Imogen Blake, Claire Crossman, Cy Holloway and Charlotte Hapworth. And I'll do while North Canberra got the ball, and it looks like it's going to get passed across the background. I'll try and get through their team as well. So they've got Tasman Blunt, Asta Johnson in goals, Shani Barton. Bit of an intercept attempt there by Central. North Canberra trying to get the ball forward. It's been called as a free hit for North Canberra. Trying to get some sustained pressure going. I think I got as far as Shani. I'll keep going. Grace Ronfelt, Amanda Hodinot, Chloe Barton, Anna Kelly, Jessica Brady, Emma Rodenfeld, Rebecca Lee, Bridget Ellis and Danielle Branner. And North Canberra got the chance for a shot there. It's going to be blocked, I think, and controlled. No, another chance for a second go. What's the umpire calling? Umpire's letting that go and giving the ball there to Central. Probably some reasonably good defence there from Central. Didn't look too panicked. And North Canberra weren't quite able to free their arms and get a shot away there. Central not quite getting the ball out probably the way they wanted. They sent the ball forward, but there was no one there on the end of that one. Going through the midfield from North Canberra, going wide, and misses connecting there to a player out wide. For Central again. North Canberra seem to have a fairly high press, but Claire in the middle there is able to get the ball away and sent that wide. It's come off the stick. No, she's managed to control that, just keeping that in. Bit of a tension there. Is the ball going to stay in? No, found a player. No, not quite managed to find a player on the outside. Seems we've got ball patrol again. I know last week I think it was the first time in 2 or so years that we had ball patrol, and it's a little confusing for the players at times, and for me as well. And that one's gone a bit high, and I think that's been called off a central stick and dangerous into their own player. Here we go. Player comes in, tries to get the ball, not quite managing it there on the outside, but Ava in the middle, get a chance to get a head up. She's found Liesl. She's got no one ahead of her, but she's going to go wide, takes that outside, challenges the player, doesn't ride the tackle, but the umpire's called that one a free hit. Quick play on from Central, trying to get the ball in. It's gone back to try and go forward. It's been intercepted on the outside. She got to the front there and got to her player first, and that ball has gone for a North Canberra ball. So get North Canberra at the backs. Central playing a slightly less aggressive press, I think. Looks a little less aggressive. Seem to have 3 in the forward line there. Central got to the ball first. Yeah, they managed to get the ball first. I think a foul there from North Canberra. And play it around the back. Transfer's probably not quite on. There's a player there. No, she's going to try the transfer. Ball's controlled. Just keeping the ball away from the North Canberra player. Got a bit there, and it's been given to the Central player. Maybe too much attention. Not quite sure what the umpire called there. Looking forward, gets the ball to Ava. Get that ball further forward, trying to find play in the middle there. Oh, nice touch there from Ava in the middle of the park. Gets the ball out. The press seems to work, made that reasonably hard, but Laura's managed to get in front of the ball and get that ball early. Laura's getting the head up, not quite able to find someone. The opportunity umpire's called that one and has asked for that ball to be left alone once she's blown the whistle, I think, there from the umpire. So North Canberra looking up, in a reasonably aggressive position there. She's found a player on the edge of the circle, trying to get in, not quite able to. Going to hold the ball for a while there. And it's come back to try and go forward. They're going to pass that across the backs. The press from Central's come out reasonably fast. He's got the slowed that opportunity down there. They're trying the middle of the park. Player standing in front. Oh, Liesl nearly gets the ball. It's gone out wide. There is a player out wide. She's found her. Got a bit of space out there. Chance to get her head up. Going to run the ball in. Looking to pop that into the circle. And she's taken it in herself. Right down to the baseline. Runs it out. Gives a chance for a shot away. And the umpire has called that one as... I think that's gone out for a 16. Must have just gone over the line as she was trying to run the baseline there. So Central with the opportunity to get the ball out. Bit of movement up front. It's gone wide. Oh, missed control. That's a bit unfortunate on the outside. Good opportunity for North Canberra to try and press a bit more attack. Going to play it by herself largely in the middle of the park. A bit of attention from Central. Trying to keep her outside the circle and managed, but not managed to do so in a legal fashion. I can't quite see what the umpire called there. I think it was a foot or a stick check. There was a fair bit of attention there from Central. Again, the player out wide. So that right-hand player, Central might want to start looking at closing that down as the play. So let it into the circle again. Controlled ball. It's gone out and managed to find a North Canberra foot on the attempted clearance there. To Central again with another 16. It's several they've had, trying to just get the ball forward out of their own quarter, really. It's proving challenging, and they get the ball and actually reach someone. So press seemed to work there. I can hear the North Canberra coach on the sideline, that's GT, and he quite liked that press. He's pretty happy with that from North Canberra. I think they've done quite well, kept the ball up really where they're in aggressive position. So now they're going to try and go forward. Oh, managed to get that through. Laura's got that in an aggressive position. Going to try and run that in, gets a stick check. The umpire pulled that one straight away. No real advantage there. So again, getting a bit of time and space out wide. That's Blakey, nice drag round. Got one player in front of her, another one to the side. She's kind of gone to no one, unfortunately, there, and there's ball's going to go over the sideline. So it's not a bad position there for Central. See if they can lock that in. They'll be looking to hold North Canberra in this position and see if they can't get a pick of an accidental ball. Now they managed to get that forward, and a touch from the Central player. Is that what's been called? No, it's not been called. I thought I heard a touch there, but apparently not. So Central got the ball. Maybe it had already gone out. So we came in Kayla in the middle of the park, getting the ball around. I think that's clear at the back. Like I said, I know a lot more of the Central players than the North Canberra players, so I'll call that. But here comes North Canberra, and they've ended up, tried to play the advantage there, I think, from the umpire, but not good the end of it. The body's in motion is looking good. Claire needed to get the ball, didn't stretch out. Here's an opportunity for the shot. It's gone wide, but it's been called for a penalty corner. I think that was a bit of a stick check there from the Central player as they just let that ball wander its way through the middle of the park and find its way to a very dangerous place. And so possibly the penalty corner isn't all bad for Central, and it really could have been one level worse and actually been a goal. Let's see how they set up for this first penalty corner of the game so far. So we're about halfway through the quarter with 7 minutes 18 seconds left on the clock here. The first penalty corner going to North Canberra. They set themselves up with one stick check. Quite a few other players around the ball going forward. One of the stick checkers been controlled. Straight hit to start with. Been saved by the keeper. No one on the pads. It's come out wide. It's come back outside the circle. Hit from there, and shot has missed and hit the side of the goal on this way out. So Pretty good clean shot there from North Canberra for the off the penalty corner, but straight to the keeper who managed to save it, and no one from North Canberra able to take advantage of a free ball in the circle. So they'll come back deep to look up. Let's clear out wide there. Good. They look up, trying to find a player. There's a bit of movement, a few calls, but not able to get there in front for the ball first. So North Canberra is going to try and run it. She's got a player out there, but she's beaten the first player, now trying to get herself in. Pass the ball into the circles. If someone can get on the end of it, just managed to get it, keep it in, but not to keep control of the ball, and it's been taken and safely cleared there by Central. So Central, North Canberra again in an aggressive position, trying to get that ball out. Getting that into the circle, not quite managing to make headway in the circle, and that one's gone out obviously off a North Canberra stick, and it's another chance for Central. So Central working hard, have gone the overhead route, it's gone into the player, and that's been called as a Central ball. I think she's called that, can't quite see a call from the umpire, but I think that's because she controlled it okay off a stick into herself, and so it's effectively a foot, and that's not been called dangerous. I thought that was pretty close, but maybe there was no one there. North Canberra have got the ball anyway, and in the middle of the park, chance to get the ball through. Maybe needs to get a stick there first. She's managed to just, and only as far as the attacking player from North Canberra, who's managed to get into the park, found a player in the middle, an opportunity to get inside, a bit of advantage played, and then the ball given on the edge of the circle to North Canberra. North Canberra got pretty well the entirety of Central there, quite a big press, and they're going to be able to run it out. She's going to try and run it herself. No, she's going to get the pass out. Bit of attention there. Gone right to the first back player and found a player with a bit of time. Here comes Central to try and control it. And staying in the contest. Well done. Keeping it out the edge of the circle. Now Central maybe the chance to run it out. One player ahead. Won the ball off the body. Maybe a chance for Central a little further ahead. It's not quite a 16. It's right on the edge of the 25, I think that is there. We're going to go back, but a bit more space at the back. And North Canberra not quite as aggressively pressed initially, but now they're starting to step up and really get in the way, get in the face of Central. Chance for them to bit of freedom there right in the back. I think that's Claire there. She's going to try and knock the ball out. Looking up, trying to find someone to pass it to. Not quite got there first. North Canberra again have got the ball. They're just winning the balls at those ones. I think Central a bit passive, waiting for that to come to them. Not quite managed to pass it into the circle. Central a bit unsure whose ball it was, and everyone letting someone else have the ball. And North Canberra got it. She's going to go to the circle. She's going to have the shot. She has gone I don't know what the shot was, and the umpire has decided that's not close enough to a shot, and that's a dangerous ball. So again, Central with a bit of time, trying to lift it. Not quite brought down, so it's missed several players. I think that one's going to be a Central ball from the sideline, which is probably a nice opportunity for them with a bit of a set play. They've got a few players sent forward. That's come off the stick and not called for not being back to 5. So now we have Central on the sideline, trying to get the ball in. Unfortunately, it's gone to a North Canberra player. Getting that ball back. Player there, got a bit wide. The Central defence is sliding across reasonably well, trying to get that high press going. Managed to win the ball, a chance to bring it in. Liesl on, couldn't quite get to control, and that would have given her a chance to get into the circle with a bit of freedom. Probably one-on-one with the keeper. The touch gone slightly better, but now the ball's come back out, and it's come off a Central stick, I think. Looks like a Central stick, and it's gone out, and Canberra's got the ball on the sideline, and opportunity to work their way in. Managed to get forward, finds, looks like Laura out there, found Laura first. She's got the ball forward, but not managed to progress it to her own player. Central trying to get it forward. I think that's missed everyone and gone out for another North Canberra ball. We've got about 2.5, slightly over 2.5 minutes left in this quarter. Maybe there's a chance here for North Canberra to get a shot away. Trying to bring it back. Looks like Georgia Barnes there with the ball. Oh, Laura couldn't quite control it, I think. Ball's gone out. No, she's kept it in and off the sideline. Maybe trying to keep it out. No, trying to steer it in, and an attempt to just guide that into the goal has missed, hit the side post and gone out. So one of the better opportunities there for North Canberra in a quarter that they've dominated, certainly in terms of field possession and probably under most ways of looking at the game, most of the stats. But it's still 0-0, which is probably the most important stat, and Central not able to get out. Now it's come off the back of the stick, so Central with the opportunity to run that forward. Nearly an auto play there from Blakey, but it's gone back. I mean, all the way back to Rebel, I think. Yeah, so Rebel's got the ball there. She got cleared to the side. So he's going to look up again, hoping to find someone who's going to get there first from Central's ball. Two players ahead, bit of movement, some width there. Nearly finds Ava. It's an opportunity for North Canberra. They're going to try and get the ball from Knight. It's gone wide. So it looks like Claire Crossman's got the ball. She's going to send it down the line. Would have been a good ball if there's someone there on the end of the ball. Good ball if there was someone there on the end of that. It was a nice ball behind the defence, but unfortunately no one from Central to get the ball. And another fine example of playing again with ball patrol, standing up with two balls on the pitch. And Canberra spread it wide across the backs. Managed to find the player, so that's a successful transfer, I think. Immediately into trouble and an attempt at there to win the ball. Doesn't quite come off. What will North Canberra do here? Not quite got it through. It's been won there by Central, and they managed to get the ball with a moment of space. Fortunately with the first control, but it's gone out wide. Now's a chance. Several players ahead from Ava. She's got an opportunity to put that in. She tries to run it past the North Canberra player, but not with enough force or conviction there to try and get through. And now here come North Canberra at last minute. It looks like Georgia Barnes streaking down the sideline. She's got one player ahead. She's been attacked there by McCullough. She's managed to get the ball, and it's now coming in the middle of the park. Central, nearly got the ball through. Now she's run into the play. It's been called as a kick play on. Just controlled and called a foot off North Canberra player. I think there was quite a lot going in there at the top of the circle. We've got 10 seconds left, and I would think that Central will get the ball far enough out, but not far enough down the pitch to make any danger, and too slow, and it's been called not for being knocked back to 5, I think, on the defence. It's not going to make any difference because that's going to be the end of the quarter. It remains 0-0 here for both teams. Started slightly before we were ready there, but that's okay. We're back now. It was nothing wrong with your tellies, it was just me not talking. So we've got North Canberra there, attempting to get the ball long. It's been blocked by Central, but only to the outside. Opportunity to take it back. Looking for a bit of width. So in that first quarter rather, I think neither team will be totally satisfied. I mean, Central Hill well back now. That's a few too many hits, and we're going to see a green card given away. And so, yeah, Central are now a player down. So they've spent a lot of time defending in that first quarter, and it'll be interesting to see how well they go a player down as well. So here comes North Canberra, their first opportunity. She's going to get into the circle. She does. Right on the edge. Been trying to be kept out. No, let's bring it back. Showing a good bit of patience there from North Canberra as they take it back around the side, trying to move the defence around. So there's one less player. She's cracking that in. She's got a player wide. No, it's going in. Oh, it's been controlled at the edge. Opportunity there. No, it can't quite get it out. North Canberra, more players in the way, and that has gone in for a goal. Not quite sure who that's come off. It's a little unfortunate, a little scrappy in the goals there. Central weren't quite able to get the ball and clear their lines. Not able to reorganise, having had the player sent off for the green card, and just maybe a bit disorganised, maybe a bit unready for that. North Canberra, yeah, able to win the ball off the initial missed attempt, and won by North Canberra for a goal. So the umpires wanted that one just to be controlled by Central, just a bit slower. Central have now got the ball. See if they can come back with an answer to that first goal from North Canberra. They're struggling to get it out of their own half. Just unfortunate there that control has not worked. So the ball's gone out, and now here comes North Canberra with another chance to try and do something, get that ball going forward. So North Canberra, good start to the quarter, managed to get the ball in, got the numerical advantage of an extra player at the moment, and that one has not been run out. No, it's been called play on, and that's going to be a North Canberra ball at the edge of there, just on the outside. So she's running the ball in, going to crack it in again. Opportunity. No, it's been better dealt with this time by Central. They managed to get it out. I'm not sure there's much going on ahead. Just hold that ball for a bit. Looking up. Couldn't see much going forward, and just tried to clear it out to let the defence reshape. North Canberra sending it across the back. Gets applause from their coach. Opportunity gets it in. Oh, nearly managed to link up with a really nice ball there from Laura. Couldn't quite find a player. Now the umpire's called an earlier back of the stick there. There was a definite, I think, body ball to the body there for Central, but she's called an earlier ball in the back of the stick. So trying to get it forward. Doesn't beat the first player completely. And now North Canberra again in that middle. Fairly, no, it's come off the North Canberra body, not the North Canberra stick. So we'll try again. Fairly aggressive press. Managed to get the turn away from Ava. And what's she going to do next? A lot of attention. Gets the foot. Nice bit of play, individual play there from Ava to get the ball up to the halfway. And Central with a stationary ball up forward. Trying to get it through. Gets to McCarley. It's not able to control it. It's gone forward now. There might be a bit of broken play opportunity here for North Canberra. Good defence. Nearly. No. Get it through. Be able to run. Spent a lot of time. Finds the player out by herself. She's going to take it into the circle. No, she gets the shot. Bit of defence right on the sideline. Right last minute defence. And that was good defence in the end. Ball has struck forward and come forward. Now, what are we calling? We're calling... Whistle's gone. Umpires had something to say, but the ball has still gone for a North Canberra ball off the sideline. So anyway, here we go. And she's bringing it in. Again, carrying it in. Central will probably be looking to try and stop that at the edge of the circle, because exactly what's happened is a penalty corner to North Canberra. North Canberra's first penalty corner was quite effective, I think, for the first shot. They managed to get the shot away nicely. Hit the keeper's pads, and they couldn't get the ball off the pads. Went to a Central player who was able to clear the ball and get that one out. But interesting to see what North Canberra do here. So they've set up similarly again. They've got a single stick trap and quite a few players around the circle. Let's see what happens. So the ball's come out to the stick trap again. They're going to go the shot. Not quite managed to get control, but the shot has come off. I think that's worked quite well. It's got a nice deflection and bobbled around, and there was no one really from Central who was going to be able to stop that had it been going at the goals. I think that one would have gone in. Central back with a 16. Getting their heads up, looking for some help. So they've gone long. An opportunity to see what it looks like inside the North Canberra half. Maybe a chance to put some pressure on. There was a few moments late in that first quarter where Central maybe gave themselves a bit of a chance with just a miscontrol, looking for a miscontrol or an accident from North Canberra here. So far their control's good. Passing it around the back successfully. She's going to find the player on the sideline. Does, but not able to control it. Really good run out from the Central defender. He's won the ball and then lost it. Started off well. Just Nice run there from North Canberra to get the ball and get the back into the fence to settle it down a bit. A few players ahead. She's gone long and not managed to get it through the central player. It's Lisa with a chance. Lisa's certainly got some speed. She can get around a player. One player coming into the circle. She got it into the circle and it's not got in control. So the shot comes away and that was a definite shot and a penalty corner to Centrals. That's quite a good return from a Central attack. So maybe we'll see some more 16s that are just flogged down the pitch from Central, because that really was a good opportunity from them and one of their better 16 returns, and they've got it up there for the penalty corner, so let's see how they go. So this is the first penalty corner we've seen from Central. They've got quite a few players forward. And a few players just getting themselves organised. They've got a stick trapper. North Canberra also getting themselves organised. They can't quite seem to decide who's on which post and where they're going. Now they all seem ready. We're set here for the penalty corner to be taken. So Central get it to the stick trapper nicely. It's a pretty good trap. It's gone. They get the flick away, and the goalkeeper really did have to save that. Well done testing the keeper, and it's gone out for a long corner to... No, it's gone out for a 16 North Canberra, so it must have been something I couldn't see there. Couldn't see the call from the umpire either. But here we go, North Canberra with the ball and trying to get it out. They've managed to find a few players. Bit of trouble, but kept the ball on a stick quite well and nearly got the ball away, but now it's been taken by Central. Not much going ahead, but they've run into the player who's taken the ball off a stick. Oh, I'm not sure what has happened there. It's been a big crash and a fall, and the umpire has sent the player from the pitch. I think she was mostly falling, but felt very untidily. I think that was a yellow card there that is happening, so it's not quite going Central's way. Finally get the ball forward and only lose a player. Central's won a free hit here now, so chance to get the ball forward. So I think with 8.5 minutes to go, they'll spend a lot of the rest of the quarter with one player down, I think, if that was a yellow card that I saw. Central, North Canberra trying to get forward still, while they'll be a bit confused still from Central as they reset their defence and work out where all their players are. Just looking up now, though, that ball going across, it's really the opportunity they've got. Central seems to have taken one of their forward players back and are playing with 3 defenders, 4 in the midfield and 2 up front at the moment. The ball's gone out for North Canberra. This is, they've done quite well from the sidelines, often with a chance to run themselves. So the press isn't probably close enough. Maybe she's going to get a chance to take the ball herself. Yep, she's done that. Going to try and crack it in, which has proven successful. The ball's come off. Georgie's trying to get the shot away and unable to get the ball in a place to have a shot. They're going to see that one over the sideline, not quite. Pressure made her pick up the ball, tries to get it through, and it's not managed to go forward. North Canberra a bit further back with another chance to take that ball in. Central seem to set their press slightly better this time and force North Canberra to go back, but not very far as they got the ball forward and found the player out wide. And there is a lot of space ahead. She can take the one into the circle without any defence getting to her, and she does. Gets that ball out. Another opportunity to have a shot. Trying to get it away. No, couldn't quite work the shot from North Canberra. That was a very aggressive, bit too fall-away press there from Central, and really gave away a lot of the pitch. Let it right in. So trying at the top of the circle, I was trying to bring that in to get the shot away. Can't quite manage that. It's been brought out. It's not a lot ahead of Blakey. Just run straight into... And that's a yellow card straight out to Laura for her elbow. Not happy with that at all. So now we've got 2 players on the sideline with a yellow. So they'll make it a game of 10 on 10 for a while. I think that we've got 6 minutes left, so that's pretty well the whole rest of the quarter for North Canberra, and there'll be a maybe 2 or 3 minute advantage later in the quarter for Central over North Canberra. At the moment it's 10 on 10 and 9 outfield players each, and North Canberra doing quite well in the middle of the park. Umpire's looking to keep control. I think that was nearly an angry whistle, and maybe another card for getting rid of the ball after the free was called. Gets the ball in, misses everyone. No one there. Big call from the crowd. Got very excited, hoping for that one to go in. And that one's fallen around the player. Now a very aggressive position for North Canberra to take a free hit. Trying to crack that one in, and again has missed everyone going through. Looks like a definite tactic, and the crowd are calling for Georgie just to get a touch. She's not quite managed to, but we'll see how she goes if they keep that tactic up. it does feel a little like enough of those attempts and it will end up working, and when you're a goal up already, that would be a good outcome for North Canberra. So, going round to the backs, taking that round the back. So again, North Canberra, same sort of situation as Central in that they've taken one of the forward players off as their player down and gave the opportunity for the transfer, and the ball attempt to get that in the circle and maintained was not quite managed there by the Central player. So here comes North Canberra. Not quite gone the crack to get that ball out. He's taken that wide. Ridden the first tackle and got through it. It's an opportunity to get that ball forward. It's been lifted. No, it's been play on. Down to the sideline. Georgie's where she's going to take that. She's got two players on her at the moment. A lot of hard work. Found the player. Nice short ball back. Those for players. Now back to Georgie's on the byline. She's going to get that one through. It's gone off someone's stick into the keeper. It's messing around, and yeah, it was ended up being a short corner after the ball was deflected into the keeper. He did a great job being nice and big there. It's defended that well, but unfortunately Central not able to clean up the ball, and it's gone for a penalty corner for the North Canberra side. So they've mostly been going straight to a straight shot, straight to the stick trapper, and then an attempt on goals. Let's see if North Canberra go for variation here. It looks like they're setting up slightly different. Certainly Laura's not at the top of the circle because she's spending some time on the bench. Here we go, straight shot again. It's been blocked on the stick, hit the stick, hit the back of the stick of the North Canberra player. So similar tactic, and similar tactic there from Central to get that ball forward and see if they can't get a penalty corner of their own. It worked earlier in the quarter and they seem to be trying it again. So I think I've seen... No, it wasn't the Central player back on the pitch, it was just a normal substitute, I think. So Central calling the substitutes at the moment, trying to line them up, and seem to have got their shape together. North Canberra getting the ball out, trying to win the ball, and it's gone for a North Canberra free hit, and umpire's calling that back, very insistent on where that ball is. I think as it was moved a fair bit, so trying to get it in. It's gone to the Central player, and they've won a free hit. I think there was a fair bit of stick contact from North Canberra on the stick as she tried to get through. I thought the one went into a foot from where I was looking, but it's been called off a free hit to North Canberra. North Canberra going to send it across the backs, moving that nice and fast, giving themselves some space. It was a good quick play across the backs, and Central weren't able to shape up their press, and now, they've passed that unfortunately to George Barnes, who's going to take that ball. She's ridden the first one, she's got the next ball through, and that's not going to find her own player. There was a good run on there from North Canberra. They really got that ball quickly from that free hit, sent it across, and looked very aggressive, and the coach would have been happy with that. I certainly thought that was some attractive hockey. Central trying to get a 16 out. They're going to send it long. No, they're going to play with it first. But now that ball has been hit hard, and they've not got quite as deep as sometimes they would have liked. But I know definitely a chance for them to get a bit of forward pressure going. So the ball's come out. I think Central looks like they have got back to the full 11 on the pitch, I think. And that'll give them a slight advantage for another minute or so over North Canberra. North Canberra being patient and keeping the ball back. I think they're looking up and seeing what looks like an extra player, because it is. Ball's come through. Managed to find, not quite managed to find the player, but the deflection has fallen well. Now we've got Georgie again. She's playing very well at the moment and run that ball forward quite well, but unfortunately it's just left her stick and gone out. So I think that's a Central ball from the sideline. Or are we going... No, it looks like North Canberra. North Canberra long corner. Okay, that's why I thought it was a Central ball. It wasn't off Georgie's stick at all. It turns out it was a Central stick that's come off. So Central, a little bit going forward. Played into a great space. Claire is running kind of slowly to go get that ball. She's not streaming onto that. She's kind of more setting up to be ready for the opportunity to defend. So Central here lined up, got their team organised, trying to get it across there from North Canberra. It's not going to be a quick ball. It's not going to quite get the return. So and they miss control. So that's a good outcome for Central. See if they can move the ball quickly. We've got a minute and a half back left in the quarter. Chance for Central here to come back on equal terms with North Canberra. The ball's gone off of North Canberra's stick and gone up and out. Central unfortunately missed the control, and it might have been better to have let that one go. North Canberra with a minute to go. They'll try and send it long to extend their own lead. Laura's back on the pitch, so we're back. Must be back to 11 on 11, and miss stick there from Central has let the ball go out. So just under a minute to go. North Canberra opportunity to try and extend their lead for the quarter. I'll see if they can get the ball forward. Central's press seems to be pretty well organised this time and getting to the ball aggressively. Laura's just got first they managed to control the ball off them, off their stick. Eagles trying to get the ball out, gets it through up to Ava, who's a lot of attention and very deliberately playing for the free there, and well-milked free hit, 2 well-milked free hits there, I think, from Ava. She goes back. They're going to go wide for Central. Central's got their head up. A few players moving. A bit more movement from Central than I've seen at some times there, and having a player left by herself when the movement created a bit of space. So again, we've got 10 seconds left, so really Central don't want to lose it in this position. Crack forward might be their best option. It's just got a bit away from Central there. And that one has gone out. So it's gone over the sideline. That's going to be it for the half. So at half time we have North Canberra 1 over Central 0. All right, we're back here for the start of the second half. You can tell it's the second half because those swapped ends. So we're back here for the start of the second half, and two teams are back to 11 on 11 by the looks of things. Yep, very much so. We've got North Canberra Eagles 1-0 up, and umpires ready to blow time on. So North Canberra Eagles taking the ball and trying to get it forward. Not quite got it through the Central. Central trying to get the ball outside and wide. Managed to win the ball, so that's quite good for them. So a nice bit of a bright start for the first opportunity for Central to get the ball out. Let's see how they go as they try and they're going to send that back across the goal. No, not through the defence. Not quite managed to get the control there on for Ava. Bit of attention again. Bit of push and shove going on there, so maybe trying to get in the faces of the North Canberra Eagles players a bit more in this quarter. Not quite managed to get the overhead probably the way she would have wanted that, but it's ended up with a bad result. So North Canberra again, chance to run it across the backs. Good player out wide. She's not going to use it. She's trying to go inside and only managed to find Central. She's got her head up, but there's no one at all ahead of her. She's got a bit of speed though. Maybe she's going to try and run that through herself. She's been tackled. No, she's managed to win the ball back, but unfortunately the back of the stick or something, and that's been called a North Canberra ball. North Canberra taking it wide. Going to send that one long. Had the player there, but North Central got the ball first. Unfortunately, not got a pass away, and we've got Laura with the opportunity to take the ball in. She's going to get the shot away. Going to line. No, thought she was lining up for Tomahawk. Doesn't quite get it. Got the ball forward. Got the chance again, and not managed to get the shot away. So she's got herself in a couple of good spots there, and didn't quite manage to pull the trigger and get the shot going. It's not all bad for North Canberra, and they've got the ball again. So only 1-0 from North Canberra. Had a fair bit of domination of field, like of territory and possession, and Central have certainly showed an ability to get the ball forward at times. And I think that the North Canberra team would like at least one, if not several more goals in the next short period of time. They could get a little bit nervous as the game goes on if they stays at 1-0 for most of the rest of this half as well. But North Canberra here lining up. They've got the full stretch of 4 in defence. The place cuts out the first one. It's a chance for nearly intercepted. Managed to turn the ball well and shows a bit of nice cool head there on a bit of pressure, and maybe sent North Canberra with a chance to get the ball forward aggressively. Not got it through the past the Central player, but the deflection has only sent it wide, which has been fairly useful hunting ground so far as North Canberra have been concerned. They've done well from these sorts of positions. Trying to get the ball forward. Not quite got it to the circle. Got it in the circle now, and it's on a North Canberra stick. She's going to be able to get herself a shot away. She's dancing through a couple of players, trying to get the ball, trying to get a penalty corner, not able to get it away, and Central have done very well and cleared that nice and deep. I always think that these balls, if it goes off the sideline, are a really effective ball, because it's a long way back there for North Canberra to go. So a real chance that Central to get forward fast enough to block it in, but didn't chase hard enough and fast enough to be able to achieve that. But the ball's not gone out. She's won the ball in the first chance, and now they've got the ball. So it's turned out a really good result there for Central. Like I say, they've had glimpses of attacking opportunity and shown that they maybe could get something working if they... That one's called for going straight in, unfortunately. Yeah, it's shown that they could just nick a goal if they can stay in the game. North Canberra would really want at least one, if not two, like I say, to just to ease themselves and find the last section of the game a bit more relaxing, because at the moment they're a bit pressed at the backs, and miscontrol like that could get them excited, and certainly could get Central excited. But they've got the ball with a bit of opportunity to run it forward. Some nice play getting that ball forward, and have sent that ball forward nicely. Progressive. A few players at the back, a long way back. She decided it's too far back to the... No, she hasn't decided it's too far back to the player back there. It was a long way back. Trying to get the ball forward. Central certainly given away the half, and as soon as it got into their half though, there was a player straight on it, and she got the ball but only could send it out of the park. Again, fairly straightforward. North Canberra are getting the luck of the green at sometimes, and now they've got a chance to put a shot away. It's gone into a lot of players. There's several players there. Again, no result for North Canberra, and a ball's come out. Not quite found Liesel, who would have made life very exciting if she'd only had one defender ahead of her. Oh, she's managed to win the ball there. It's come off the foot and it's been called. So here comes Central. They're going to play it quickly or they're going to take their time? No, they're trying to play it quickly. Not managed to find the player in ahead. She's going to be able to win the ball. No, she's coming in from the wrong direction. I think the umpire's called there. Getting the ball forward. So a few more intercepts coming from Central and a bit more broken play, which seems to be working reasonably well for the most part from North Canberra. They're trying to get the shot away here. Great tackle in the circle. Cakes the ball, wins it again, sends it forward. Oh, managed to find the first pass. Deflection, didn't quite find the second control. And Central got the ball though, and they're trying to get it forward. They're not sending many players forward, but Lissel's showing some aggression there. Now she's got the ball, and now we've got an opportunity that the ball's gone forward well, but there's no one there for Central. So they pass again. Did it a few times in the first half as well, trying to pass the ball in behind the North Canberra defence, but not able to get a player on the back. So the idea is there, just some of the execution just lacking a little at times from Central. And that's gone to where there was no player in that position for Central. So a good pass from and missed reading the tackle. Laura's going to take that into the circle. She's going to get the shot away. I can see this coming. She has managed to get the shot away and she's gone into the goals. Unfortunately, Central just let Laura walk the whole way in, skipped away in, not really anywhere near enough attention as she came to the circle. They picked up the players, forgot to pick up the player with the ball. Laura's just walked in and found that a relatively easy shot to just lift it past the goalkeeper. So now it's 2-0. Probably a fair result from the amount of possession that North Canberra have had, but we'll see how Central can come alive. They've certainly been a bit brighter in this half. A bit more ball in the opposition territory, and even a few half opportunities to get that ball in the circle and maybe do something useful. So North Canberra, maybe they'll be a bit more relaxed to find that ball coming to stick suddenly better. And that was a very nice moment of play. A hard ball that managed to be deflected. Bit of attention on the sideline. Well defended by Central. Managed to get the ball out, and it's gone for a long corner. So the last minute defence for the most part on the goal line has been working for Central, and really that goal was scored because they had to shoot from further out by not defending the attacker at all, taking control. It's gone out for a 16. See how Central can get the ball if they can find someone ahead. So the crack again gone long, but it's only gone as far as maybe the second line of defence there, and it's gone out wide. Central trying to need to keep that at the top of the circle. It's gone into the player from North Canberra, who's now got a chance to try and get the ball in, but the umpire has called that one out, or at least given the ball to Central. So they will attempt to send the ball forward and see if they can achieve something. Again, firm hit out to try and break their way through the press, and it does seem to be working to an extent for Central. I think they're getting further forward than when they've been trying to play around the press. They're just belting it through. Are they going to go back here, or are they going to have another go at trying to bang it through the defence? No, they're going wide. Plenty of time out there. North Canberra seem reasonably content to let them have the ball. Trying for the intercept. It's a slightly troublesome ball, but they seem to have won the ball successfully. Now the crack comes through, and unfortunately, no one from Central alert to that opportunity, and there was a good ball and a good opportunity if someone could have got there and raced the ball first. Trying to skip that through, it's just gone out. It's a Central ball in a good position. Got a couple of options, mostly back, and the press in front. Bit of movement out of the Central team has given Claire plenty of opportunity. So she's going to send it long. Not quite managed to find her player. And it's gone out, but it's gone out nice and forward. Are Central going to play a high press here, or are they going to... looks like they might be going to let North Canberra run the ball out to an extent, and she could go back. But they've won Central's won the ball, and it's not a very good tackle at all. Not over the ball, into the stick, and giving away the free hit. From North Canberra with sending it across to the backs again. They've got their players in good position there. Pass was a bit astray, but managed to pick it up. Nice run-around play. Very nice play from North Canberra there to get the ball forward. That control was a bit out, and now they've got the ball back to Central. And immediately, 4 players from North Canberra on the play, and she's done very well to get that ball out and give Central a chance with no one within it, too close to her. Going the crack again, and that's often gone high. And now North Canberra, they're going to play it quick. They're in position to take the ball forward. Tries to play it through the legs, bit of a nutmeg there. Got it wide, and it's been now picked up. Can Central get that ball forward? Central trying to get the quick play going and managed to string a few passes together, but not get it through any sort of North Canberra press. North Canberra ball first, but it fell to Central. A lot of attention trying to find someone ahead of us. Again, a lot of aggressive attention from North Canberra. Here they're coming in. The ball, got the ball themselves, trying to turn around and get the shot away. No, it hasn't got the shot. It's been defended by Central. They've chance to run the ball out. There's one player ahead. Oh, nearly across Liesl's body. She's got it wide. I think she's got Blakey there in support. Looks like Blakey there's taking the ball up, trying to get it back to Liesl. Unable to. It's gone to North Canberra, who have now got their own chance to get the ball forward. Not enough attention here from the Central players, and they've left a player at the back, so they've got behind the defence, and ended up winning the penalty corner. I think it's either come off the back of a stick or a foot there. I can't see a call from the umpire. By the time I looked, the call had finished. So Central again defending a penalty corner. North Canberra have generally gone straight for the straight hit in their penalty corners so far tonight. Lining up again in much the same manner, single stick trap. A striker at the top is probably going to put the ball through. It's been working. Haven't scored any goals from penalty corners, but they've been getting the shots away reasonably aggressively. And it looks like they're going to try again. No, they've gone the layoff. Not enough attention. Got a chance to get the ball away, and that's hit a North Canberra player, I think, by the looks of things. Was a bit unsighted by the Central players and a few other players in the circle. Again, Central, they tried to go the hard ball, but it's not even got past the first line of defence. They find themselves under a lot of pressure immediately. Managed to collect the ball there. A few players ahead. No one behind. Gets the first pass away, beat the players. Again, Central just need to get the one extra touch, one extra bit of play, and we just that bit closer to getting themselves into goal-scoring opportunities. Managed to get the ball across nicely from North Canberra, sending it to their own player. I think that's Laura in the middle. Bit of time, got some defence going, but she still had the ball on a stick quite safely and was very comfortable on the ball. North Canberra again stringing the passes together, particularly getting the ball out wide and finding a bit of space and a bit of opportunity to win the play. Laura again aggressively running it forward and trying to find a player. There's a few ahead here. There we go, found a player. Nice bit of running. Opportunity, there's a few players ahead. Tries to send it forward again. I think Liesl's going to get that first. Nearly got herself behind the North Canberra defence. Again, they're trying to play it, trying to get through the defence. Not quite sure how to do it. Ended up getting I think a stick check. So North Canberra with the opportunity to take the ball, get it out of defence. It's a player wide. Now she's gone and found that wide player. There's a bit of space, a bit of time. Central haven't got a great press. There's a few options there. She's got a square option. She's gone probably the player with the most attention, but still managed to get the ball and get it out. Now running down the sideline, there's a player ahead. Someone from Central has fallen over. Looks like Blakey just couldn't quite deal with the change of direction. And run into the player, managed to get the ball and still going forward. Sticks it into the circles. There a North Canberra player on the ball to get a shot away. That doesn't seem to be, no, it's been hit out, but only as far as a North Canberra player. The ball has come off the keeper. He's done, I think, just enough to get that ball wide. Well, maybe it's not come off the keeper at all. Okay, I didn't see that. That's the way I saw it. It looked like it came off the keeper, but it's going to be a Central ball, so it must have been right past the keeper to go out. But again, North Canberra looking around. Generally owned that middle of that park a little too much for Central's liking, and giving them plenty of opportunity to find the player ahead, and they're getting some nice passing going between the players. Kind of get in the circle, gets it into the circle and lifted it. The lift was definitely on. She would have been happy with the body, but not, unfortunately, a little high, and instead of the penalty corner they were hoping for, has ended up with a just the ball. That one's gone high, and not surprising. This has been called for North Canberra. High for Central stick. Running the ball in, got the ball through. Now there's a chance for a shot. Turns a player, trying to get away for the shot, unable to get a stick and a hands free, but has done enough to win the penalty corner. I think that's been called off the back of a Central stick. So that's a penalty corner to North Canberra again. We've got just over a minute to go in this quarter. It's been a successful one so far for North Canberra, and they've got themselves that goal that probably makes them feel a little more comfortable with some of the opportunities they've had, and certainly the circle interest, not necessarily the shots. I don't think the central keeper has had that much to save, but North Canberra had plenty of ball in and around the circle without maybe the shots they should have. So coming out again, set up the same way, looking for the straight shot. Yeah, gone the straight shot, it's come off. Not sure, it looked like it came off a couple of players there and it's gone in, so it's a successful penalty corner there for North Canberra. I think they'll be very happy with the outcome from this quarter now, at 3-0 up. Let me rest easy and feel fairly comfortable going into this last quarter. Central will be looking to try and get a goal and see if they can make it interesting. So North Canberra maybe a chance to extend their lead further late in this quarter. Running the ball well down the outside, a bit of attention as try to eliminate the player. Can they get it in the circle for one more shot? Looks like they're getting it in the circle, can't get the shot away. It's hit a foot there somewhere. Umpire couldn't see whose or where, so they're giving the play still to North Canberra. It's gone in, it's chipped up, and it's been called for a long corner. So we've got about 15 seconds. I think North Canberra will get a chance to take this ball. But everyone's kind of wandering around. No one seems that urgent. North Canberra seem happy with their 3-0 win. Their lead at the moment, they're up, trying to get the ball in. Maybe a chance for a short corner. George is going to have a shot. It's gone off somewhere. Where's that gone? It's gone off everyone and no one, and the time is off. And Central will be quite relieved for that. So at the end of the third quarter, we have North Canberra Eagles 3, Central 0.
Oh, it keeps going. Yeah, I'm trying to like install offload it because I'm touching it. But using like weird things, like not just like kidding. I mean, the point of that though is that
So back here for the fourth and final quarter of this game between North Canberra and Central. We've got North Canberra on 3, Central 0. North Canberra feel reasonably comfortable in the game at this point. Central maybe going to... Central playing again, coming out reasonably brightly at the start of the quarter. So a few players ahead there. A chance to run the ball forward, a bit of aggression. Not quite managed to keep it in. It seems to be the story of Central's night. Just at the moment when they start to look like when there's that chance, the ball just goes straight, but that's been well won back. Not really much going on ahead, but she's got the ball into the circle. Attempt there for Central to try and get a corner or something there. There's only one Central player in the circle with about 4 North Canberra players. Central just outside and trying to get the ball and just give themselves a chance. Looks like North Canberra have got the ball out. Yeah, they're going to be able to send that one long. Good defence. A bit more attention there, a bit more commitment out of the Central players. Has got themselves the ball again, trying to get through the North Canberra team and not quite managed to. Waters taking the ball back, looking for someone ahead and been well tackled there, and yet it's been given to North Canberra. Here come North Canberra taking the ball out. Laura's tried to control that one around a player, but not quite managed to. Into the middle of the park. That's a few times I've seen Central with a bit of time and winning the ball comfortably in the middle of the park. Tried to send it forward, Liesl, but too much to do, and ended up not being able to find a player ahead of her. Now North Canberra come back. Chance that they're going to skip in. There's a lot of North Canberra in the circle and not a lot of Central, but Central seem to have got the ball anyway and got it out of the circle. A bit unexpected. North Canberra trying to get it back in, and now Central look a bit more coordinated in the back line and have got their shape together a little bit, but certainly enough to prevent North Canberra winning the ball in the circle. It's an interesting moment of play as it was about 3 or 4 on one, and the one managed to get the ball. Central send it long. Player sweeping up any mess there at the back for Central, for North Canberra. Getting the width, which has been working successfully. Central a bit more aggression, coming in hard, but she still managed into the circle, and she's going to get the shot away. She's found a player, not managed to find a player, but did manage to find back of a stick or a foot from Central, and Central find themselves again defending a short corner. I think the last short corner from North Canberra was the one they scored from. It was quite an effective short corner. They've generally gone straight to the stick trapper and then had someone shoot, and managed to get the shots away and have been reasonably effective, and one has gone in. So let's see how they go here. They look lined up for another one. The stick trapper's got it. No, not gone the layoff. Gone again into the keeper. The keeper's picked up the first ball and now it's gone down. Hit someone's foot. It's been called a foot off a Central foot, and second corner for North Canberra. So they've lined up in the same manner again. The first runner from Central hasn't been preventing the shot. So again, the attempted shot, no, they've gone the layoff. And then the shots come in. It's hit something and it's gone wide. I think they come off the keeper by the sounds of things. It's gone wide and it's gone out for a very forward direction, right at the front of the park. So right in that forward pocket there for North Canberra, trying to get the ball through. It's been defended and sent out for a long corner for North Canberra. Looking at, she's going to want it a lot wider. Yeah, it's probably fair enough. That was quite a fair way out, and Central will be happy with that a bit wider. Just a little bit more to do to get it in. That's been touched. The deflection really didn't go where it was hoped for. It didn't get to a player or to look dangerous at going into goals. It's been called, I think, a free hit to North Canberra right on the T-spot. Yep. So I've got to go back. Managed to find a player. She's going to try and skip through. No, it can't beat the players. A little stick attention, and that's a, what's she called there? We've gone for a straight penalty corner with a bit too much intention on the fouls there committed by Central on North Canberra. So I think Central look like they're trying to get in the face of North Canberra a bit more this quarter, and I think it's working to an extent, but just there you can see the downside of being overly aggressive, that in their own quarter giving away a straight penalty corner. So North Canberra again lining up much the same way. Stick trapper, there goes the shot, yep. The flick's on, it's come down on the ground, it's not been called out or free. There's a definite play on from the umpire. Claire is trying to take the ball out, and she has done really well getting the ball down the sideline and still has the ball and managed to get it forward. So really nice defence there. I think that was Claire. It was really good quality defence. Might have been Rebel. I might have got it all together wrong. I'm trying to pretend like I know everyone in Central, and I don't. Oh, the shot! Cracking shot from North Canberra. That one went dead straight. I was in a great position right behind that one. It looked a good shot, but unfortunately it just went wide of the post. She's got the ball first there, Laura, and now a chance to swing the ball. No, it wasn't Laura, because Laura was waiting for the ball. Sorry about that, whoever that was. I've called you the wrong name from North Canberra. And she's Ava trying to get forward and falling over. Getting a lot of attention. Did really well in the end to get that ball. Central setting themselves up, getting themselves in position to try and send this forward. So you see the first of the 5 minutes in substitutions going on for North Canberra at the moment. Central got a few players forward and a couple of players back, so a couple of options, but North Canberra have sent a player very far, not quite a high striker, but they can't go the next step out without finding themselves with a North Canberra player a bit too close. So I'm beating the player, but in the middle of the park where North Canberra really have had too much ball by themselves all day. That ball has gone out and it's come off a central stick, so the umpire's given that one to a long corner to North Canberra. Looking for a player, a bit of movement going forward, not much behind her though, and going forward she seems to be left behind. Central have won the ball, and maybe if they can get the ball forward, a throw now would be very effective. Come on, Michaela, is she going to throw it? Throws it to Liesl, who's got behind. It's not much forward and fortunate in front of Liesl, but she's going to take it in herself. She's got it in the circle. Can she get a result of some sort? Gets the ball in, falls over, trying again. The ball's come out. There's a chance for a shot from Central. That's their first shot. Really good shot of the day. Really good opportunity for Central. It's hit someone, I think, from North Canberra. It's been called a short corner to Central. So really good outcome there for Central. Very effective moment there. So that ball in the middle of the park from Michaela. She managed to throw the ball forward. And find Liesl, who did really well to get that ball into the circle and give Central firstly a shot and secondly a short corner after the shot was defended by North Canberra. So what will Central manage here? So the ball has gone into the stick trap. It's not quite been trapped, but it's not been caused a foul. The ball has come in, attempted shot and got a second penalty corner. So despite the slight mess up there at the top of the circle from the penalty corner, they've managed to get the ball and another chance, see if they can do a better job this time, Central. So the ball's come out, it's done better control, ball's come in, the shot has gone in and it's been deflected away from North Canberra. So both teams going with generally the straight shot from the penalty corners and reasonably effective there. That was definitely an aggressive, effective penalty corner. So the umpire is calling, making sure that ball is off the pitch, was what we were waiting for there. Nice lead from Central and unable to get on the end of that, which would have been a touch into the circle and possibly a shot or definitely an opportunity to find one of our own players. North Canberra seem to want to go across the backs. Managed to find the player out wide. There's a player ahead, a couple of players ahead, and good desperate defence there on the sideline there from Central. North Canberra, that's gone off someone's foot. The umpires have let that play, mostly because I couldn't work out who it was either. Central with a bit of play in the middle of the park. Get the ball wide, come inside to go outside to an extent. Now they're outside. Trying to find a player. It's gone forward off one player, not quite. I think Central are going to win the ball in the middle of the park. Nice easy ball through, not able to beat the first line of defence from North Canberra with a few players forward. And managing to just ride the tackles. Very good run in the middle of the park there from North Canberra. She did very well and got herself in a great spot. Found the player out wide, who's now got an opportunity to take it into the circle potentially herself. Certainly run the byline. Gets to the byline. Central player coming in late has got the ball. They're going to get the shot. Here comes a tomahawk shot. It's been deflected. It's gone round. It's got into a mess, and the umpire has called a long corner. We've got about 7.5 minutes left in the quarter and in the game. North Canberra still 3-0 up. Trying to get the ball in just outside the circle. There's an opportunity for a shot from North Canberra, and they're going to get it. And they work the shot just. Again, it's bobbled around. I think the first goal from North Canberra went in off just that sort of a ball, and it's been really frustrating watching it bounce around there with no one quite getting on the ball. Here comes Central in the circle, got the bit of time, hit the ball out. I think that maybe there was some time call from Central, but they had most of their players back, so not a whole lot going forward. So in many ways that was probably the best option available. Again, looking at opportunity here for North Canberra to send it across their back line. No, they're going inside at the opportunity, only to find several Central players awake to that opportunity. There was more opportunity around the outside. So Central are just deciding who's going to run the ball. Nice ball through, not found the player. There's a couple of players out there, not managed to find either of them. Now North Canberra, who seem to be better tonight at finding their own player, and there's a good example. And again, nice piece of running into the small amount of space. Going to take that ball, going to get it into the circle, not quite. It's been picked up on the top of the circle and been run out. Not quite managed to get it out, but it's gone to a Central stick. Nice touch. Get a chance to look up. Got a bit of time and space out wide. not able to throw it. A throw was on again. Now here comes North Canberra, maybe a chance to quick counter-attack. Can they get themselves working fast? Central weren't organised, but managed to find the right spots at the right time. And now got the ball, not quite what they'd wanted. The ball's gone out, and the umpire's called as a Central ball from the sideline. Looking ahead. Managed to find a play, not quite controlled it. Trying to send it forward. Is Lisa going to be able to get on the end of that one? Yes, she is. Only one defender ahead of her. Not many, few players streaming now from Central. She's got one player ahead. Oh, missed control, and the ball's gone forward. Central, the umpire's called nothing off that fall over, so I'm not quite sure how everyone slipped over. Two players slipped over and nothing happened apparently. I didn't see it either, so I was looking at where the ball went. Looked up and suddenly there's two players on the ground. No, the umpires did the same thing as me, and that's why they didn't make a free from that ball. No, Central got a moment in the park by themselves. Gets the ball first, get the first pass away. Quick ball play, wasn't quite on and didn't quite come off the way they were hoping. It's come off the Central foot, but there's play on, and that's a good ball from North Canberra. Georgie wasn't quite able to get on the end of that, but she would have been in a very good position had she been able to. Skipped around. Nice piece of skill there from, I think that's Michaela out there from Central. We were happy with that one on the highlights reel. A nice little square skip to beat Georgie. It's like an opportunity. They're going to take this a whole way on. There's a player ahead and a player back. And managed to, unfortunately, the lead was on. Didn't think it was on, so she came back, left a gap, but she was running the wrong way for her. Ended up the ball beat her and has gone out from Central with the ball. Cracking it forward. Oh, nearly got it forward. Claire Crossman was standing there ready for an opportunity to try and get that one forward herself. Missed the control, so getting a bit of momentum here from Central. They're able to maybe get themselves a consolation goal or even make it slightly more interesting at the end of the game. So we've got about 3.5, bit over 3.5 minutes left to go. North Canberra in the middle of the park. Not finding their players quite with the regularity they have been at times in this game. Central actually finding their players with a bit more regularity, so that's why we see the ball a bit more in the middle of the park. And a few more nice play, and there's a player in, well done there. I think that's Michaela, got in front well, trying to get the ball forward on big stretch out there from Central, not quite able to collect the ball. I think that's Zai out there. Like I said at the start of the game, I should apologise. I do know far too many Central players, as I am the parent of one of the players on the park. Running it across the back line there, North Canberra, trying to get the ball forward. A lot of attention, but managed to find herself free, and then the ball's come off, gone high, unfortunately, and just off the Central stick into the player from North Canberra. North Canberra set themselves up well and are generally going wide and trying to switch the play up, looking at the transfers and half transfers. And that's a great ball into that top circle. She's going to get the ball forward, finds a player just outside the circle. She's got it into the top of the circle. Here comes the shot. She's gone wide, didn't get anything on that shot, but it's gone there. Opportunity to try and get a shot away and just not managed it. North Canberra have done well at getting the ball in the circle all night, and that was another example where they've got the ball in the circle well and just not managed to get a really good shot away. Possibly the only time they did it was for Laura's goal, which was where she was really given a lot of opportunity to do that. Picked up, but not managed to get that under control from North Canberra, and it ended up going to Central. Central got a chance to get themselves out and maybe find themselves a bit further forward. All not quite able to find a player. Some good attention. They could have won the ball there. It was probably worth the extra effort there from Lisa to try and win that ball and get that forward. It's beaten everyone and gone through to Laura, who's going to try and beat a player. No, she's going to go wide, taking it wide. She's got it into the circle. Can she work herself a shot? She's lined up for a shot and then fallen over the Central defender, who I think had fallen over her own feet or her own stick there. So the umpire hasn't called any sort of a foul for the falling over and then having Laura fall over the top, but did call a penalty corner. So I suspect it ended up in someone's feet. Probably a good call there from the umpire. So with 1.5 minutes left on the clock for the game, we have another corner, short corner for North Canberra. They've generally been working well and getting their shot away. Central haven't been able to defend that first shot. But the keeper has generally done okay, or it's not gone to certainly not gone into the goal. Only one goal from a short corner from North Canberra, and that's missed. Not quite gone where it was wanted to. They've gone the layoff anyway. Maybe that was always the plan. It's gone in with a good shot across goal, but has gone out off a central stick. So Central there defended that reasonably well from a mistake from North Canberra on the injection. Another long corner here for North Canberra. Looking up, trying to get the ball. Has found a player by herself. Now she's going to get that ball in. Second line of defence was done well from Central, and another long corner for North Canberra. Oh no, that's a Central ball. Sorry, I've miscalled that one. Here goes Central with the ball to take that out. So very high press, aggressive high press there from North Canberra, and it meant that the best option was, oh, that's someone ahead. I think that's Zai out there. If she can win the ball, she could be in a good position. There's Central sending players forward quite well. Nice aggressive position. But they managed to, looks like they passed their way out of trouble. Yeah, definitely passing their way out of trouble well there, North Canberra. It's, generally they've been able to pass themselves out of trouble. There's some good skill in the middle of the park, just skipping past players. Nothing too complex. Now there's a chance for the shot. Gets the tomahawk shot away. Well saved by the keeper. Sends it into the foot, and with 15 seconds to go, I think Central won't have any more goals scored against them. I don't think they're going to get a chance to get the ball up the other end of the park to try and get their own themselves a goal. And North Canberra, I think we're going to have to settle for the 3-0 win. And yep, that's going to be the game. Thank you very much for watching. At the end of the game, we have North Canberra Eagles 3, Central 0.